Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. It is April 25th, 2024, and it's time for your Good Morning and Coffee. I'm Dolly, and this is the Wolf Girl Oracle. And I saw that you guys were already commenting this morning, and it started off with Nils saying, "A blessed Thursday to all. Feel the drum beat as your heart beats inside of your chest, just as Thor beats his hammer against the anvil. Feel the warm blood of your ancestors through your veins with every beat of your heart. Hail to the thunderer, he who gives, he who bellows, he who protects, he who is loud, he who is fierce." And then he says, "Hail Thor. Hail Thor." Yes, I'm wearing my big Mjolnir today. And then we've got Fatima, who says, "Blessings. Blessings to you too, Fatima. I'm glad to see you, my friend." And Kat, Heilung was brilliant. I'm currently on the road, stopped in Glenwood Springs for the night and to get rested and cleaned up. I have 2 days of driving yet to get home. Well, I am asking Njord, the god of travel, to make sure that you safely return home with absolutely no problems whatsoever. And Jenny says, "Good morning, everyone. Hope you have your coffee ready." I got my coffee. This is my second cup already. I needed a coffee IV when I got up this morning, you guys. I was so tired. I had such a terrible night's sleep. So I need to just hook an IV into my veins with coffee just flowing in. I think that would work out good for me today. Everybody's saying blessings. And Kat says, "I took lots of pictures, Dolly, but I stopped after Krinsgaller. I was getting dark and I wanted to let go and experience." I would have done the same thing. I probably wouldn't have taken any pictures. I would have totally forgotten. I would have been so into it. So I feel you there. And Janet's here. Good morning, Janet. Oh, Janet. It's happy to see you, my friend. Happy to see you. Teresa Levine's here. Good morning, Teresa. Mwah. Happy to see you. And everybody's saying good morning. So, yeah, good morning, everybody. Oh, let me tell you, I had the roughest night's sleep last night, you guys. And it's weird. I was in Terry at Holding Your Space's morning meditation today. And I saw other people talking about how they were having problems sleeping. And then I have another group that I get together with on Zoom in the morning. And they were all having problems sleeping last night. So I don't know what was in the air that we all were having problems sleeping, but something was going on. And everybody was just having a tough time sleeping. So I'm kind of like in La La Land right now. So if I'm a little more weird than normal, I don't know how that could possibly be, but if I'm a little more weird than normal today, it's because I'm a little overtired, but I'm in a good mood. So that's the important thing. And Jenny says, "It's a great day here in Mississippi." Oh, you're in Mississippi now. Neat. Is that where you're going to be for a while, or what's going on there? I know you are a traveler. So keep us apprised on what you're doing and where you're going and what's happening. I'm so excited. I mean, I wish I could be doing traveling. You know, this is the time of the year where I would start to do some traveling, you know, weekend getaways here, there, and everywhere, retreats with the Fellowship of Northern Tradition, all these kinds of things. I'd be doing them, but I just can't right now. So I'm feeling a little boxed in, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to get out and do something. It's just so hard. You know, walking right now is hard. It hurts to walk. No matter what I do, whether my arm's in a sling or a brace or I just let it down, I can't seem to find a comfortable position, and it's a little unsettling for me. I'm being forced to do something that I normally don't do. So I'm having one of those ego reactions, I think, to that. Jenny said, my son had that problem, Dolly. Bad sleeping till next weekend. I'm going to New Mexico. Oh, you are going to New Mexico. Awesome. Janet says, you need me in Kentucky. I love Kentucky. I had a really bizarre experience in Kentucky once, and I don't remember if I ever told you this, Janet, but we were just going camping. We were on our way to North Carolina, and we stopped in Kentucky to camp overnight at this campground. And I don't even remember what the campground was called. I think it was a state campground, but we put up our tent, we camped. In the morning, we came out of the tent, and we were surrounded by rabbits. There were rabbits everywhere, all different colors, all different sizes, some with floppy ears, some with the ears that stand straight up. And I happened to have a head of lettuce in the cooler, and I was ripping off pieces of lettuce and handing them to these little bunnies, and all of a sudden I got swarmed by bunnies. It was like Armageddon, only with bunnies. Ate the whole head of lettuce, and then I'm like, oh my God, we need to pack up and leave because the bunnies were looking at us like they were going to kill us. But it was really fun. Oh, need to visit you in Kentucky. I'd like to visit you in Kentucky. I would love to do that. Maybe once my shoulder journey is done and I can start traveling again, that's definitely doable for me to get there. So we're gonna have to talk about that, because I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Kentucky is so beautiful. It is absolutely a gorgeous place. So you have a cabin on the ridge? Oh my. You are living the dream. You are living the dream. That is so cool. In the Blue Ridge Mountains? Is that in Kentucky? Blue Ridge Mountains? Please let me know when. I will. I would love that. My new assignment is in New Mexico in Truth or Consequences. That's right. You did tell us that. Jen says, we are by Cumberland Falls. Oh, there's nothing more American than that, right? Cumberland Falls. That sounds beautiful. That sounds very beautiful. Oh, you get a moonbow there from the falls? From the falls and the full moon? Oh, neat. I've never seen one of those before. I've never seen a moonbow. That is super neat. Katie's here. Good morning, Katie. How are you, my sweet sister? I hope you're doing well. Katie's in a good mood today. She texted me this morning. She's like, I'm in a great mood. I'm like, yay, give me some of that energy. Give me some of that. And she got me talking about some crazy things that I've seen when I was camping. We were talking about how you got to be careful about what kind of rocks you throw or put around a campfire, because, some rocks are definitely more porous than others and can retain water. And if you've got one of those right next to a fire, it can explode. And I was telling her, when I was a kid, that actually happened. Okay, that actually happened, not to me, but to the campsite that was next to us. Okay. These guys, they were getting drunk all night. They were loud and rowdy. And at one point they decided, it had been raining earlier. Okay. So now the rain stopped. So they were all out of their tent drinking and acting crazy. And I know my mom and my dad were getting angry because they were just so loud. They were obnoxiously loud. And it was after 10 o'clock. Right. Well, then they started picking up rocks and throwing them into the campfire, and one just absolutely exploded. It was kapow! I mean, it sounded like a freaking cannon went off. And my dad was scary. He was a big, 6 foot tall iron worker, right? So he was built like a mountain, smoked like a chimney, and was just a big dude, all right, that you didn't mess with. My dad marched over there, and I just heard a lot of going on. My dad scared the crap out of those kids, and for the rest of the weekend, they behaved themselves. So funny, funny, funny. All right, so what else is going on here? Let's see. Gotta hold up my bifocals here. With the moon bows, Janet says, I think there are only 2. The other is in Africa. Oh, neat. I'd like to see either one of those. Katie says, I was talking to a nurse about you, Jenny. She said the VA hospital is beautiful. She lives in Silver City, New Mexico. That's cool. That is very cool. I'm having some it's like as I get closer to the time of my surgery, my arm is starting to hurt worse and worse and worse. So if you guys can hold space for me, pray to whoever you pray to and ask them to alleviate some of this pain, I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm doing as much as I can on my own, but it's getting hurty. Kat says, hello again. Had to answer a bunch of messages from the tribe. We're all still buzzing. Oh, I'm sure you'll be buzzing for a week. And then I would, Kat, I wouldn't be surprised if a few days from now you have a really heavy duty downswing in your emotional health. Okay. Just feeling very down, depressed, quiet. Because when you spend any amount of time in that kind of high elation, high energy situation, and those brain chemicals, all those happy chemicals are firing off like crazy, there's a consequence to that sometimes, and you get down. But don't worry about it. When that happens, just love yourself dearly, love yourself deeply. Talk to us about it if you need to. We'll help you get through it. It'll only last a short time, and then you'll be okay. And Katie says, exploding rocks from a campfire can cause bad injuries. I would be right by your dad scaring those kids. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Me too. At the time, I was very little. I don't think my brothers were even with us. I think they were born, but they didn't come with us. So I had to have been 5, maybe. I was a little girl when that happened. A moonbow is when you have a waterfall that sends off the spray, but it's positioned, that waterfall just so happens to be in the exact spot that when a full moon comes over it, it can cause, instead of a rainbow, a moonbow. And they're very beautiful. I've seen pictures of them, but I've never seen one in person. So I'm going to have to go visit Janet so that I can get my moonbow marked off my bucket list. We are out of retrograde. Are we done now? Are we officially done? I hope so, because man, I had the worst electronic crap happen to me during this retrograde, worse than I've ever had before. I was putting selenite and black tourmaline all over the house, salting, putting up runes, just trying to get it out, get that out of here. It's terrible. Good morning from England. Well, welcome, our shining lights. I appreciate that you're here from way across the pond. I love England. I was lucky enough to go there about 15 years ago. And I was able to sort of travel from, the south end of the country all the way up into Scotland and visit little cities along the way. I didn't do any of the touristy stuff. I just traveled, met people, and had an amazing time. I met some of the most amazing people. and saw a beautiful countryside. It really, people talk about places having a certain kind of feel to them, spiritually. And I can honestly say that in certain places dotted around all of the entirety of England, I felt like some deeply spiritual connections there, and it's not family. My family doesn't come from there. I didn't have family that ever lived in England. I have some from Ireland, but I don't know, there must be a lot of ley lines in England or something, because I knew exactly when I was passing over one. Let's just put it that way. It was an amazing. I want to go back. Now that I'm like in this spiritual place, I want to go back. I want to go back and experience that again with a full open awareness, the full open awareness that I have now. So yeah, love that country. All right, let's see. Where am I? Oh my gosh. So Mercury went direct today. That's awesome. And Kat says, I'll probably crash in the bed when I get home and estivate for a week. I'm having a hard time seeing here today, guys. Sorry. During the full moon, there is a rainbow over the Cumberland Falls, more vibrant than the colder moons. Ooh, I want to see that. We're all there for each other. We really bonded. We're going to keep the camping pre-planning chat together and rename it the Wolf Part of the Bear Creek Clan. Oh, that's neat. That's super neat. I love when communities form and grow out of things like that. Something so spiritual as a Highland, concert, or you can't even call it a concert. It's like a Highland experience, right? So that's super cool. Jenny says, thank the goddesses. Woo-hoo, goddesses. And Janet says this. And then Katie says retrograde kicked her ass. Yeah. It was raining, but when it started, the clouds parted and the moon came out. Oh my God. That is so awesome. Jenny says, I had the craziest energy this retrograde. Yeah, I did too. It was weird. Oh, during the colder month. Okay, gotcha. I figured that that's what you were talking about. Nice to catch me solo. Well, thank you. I like to have guests on too, but I also just sort of like this, time where I can just focus in on the chat and talking to everybody, And the whole point of this show is to try to raise our vibes, stay positive, find the good in things, help each other through stuff, when we're going through things, that kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. So thanks for coming. I really appreciate that. And Teresa says, that sounds so cool, Janet. I learned something today. Yes, lots of lines and churches. Yeah, there was in Banbury, Banbury. It's kind of like around Oxfordshire. I seen this church that was like from the 1300s. And here in America, we have nothing that is that old, except for maybe some Native American ruins, like in the area that Katie Moonchild lives in that area in New Mexico. You have the mesas and stuff, and some of those are pretty old. And like Cahokia, which is in like central to southern Illinois, that's the big earthen pyramids. Some of those are pretty old, but we have no structures that, like churches that were built that long ago. And I snuck into this church. I tried to get into the church for days and the doors were locked. And then one day I went over there. I tried the door opened. So I went in and I was kind of like just looking at the church and this little Scottish nun like caught me. And I thought, oh my, I'm in big trouble. I'm in trouble with the Lord. But she actually ended up giving me this great tour, told me the entire history of the church. So I left him a good tip because she gave an excellent tour. It was fabulous. And she was super nice, super nice. Let's see. Katie says, it was interesting making the video for the 31-day mindfulness challenge during retrograde. It was hard to keep track of what day I was on. Oh, I bet it was. But you did it. This cat say, I saw a gigantic frozen waterfall in Silver Plume, Colorado. Ooh, I bet that was neat to see. Yeah, I bet that was gorgeous. Yeah, we're all family. Highland rituals bring us together in Red Rocks, dear goddess. It was incredible. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been there, but not for Highland. So yeah, I'm super happy for Kat too. That's awesome. And our shining light says, that's great. I'm on my own mostly nowadays. Yeah. And that's okay, right? You know, I think that right now more than ever, people are looking for connectivity and unity and healing. And if we can bring that to people, you know, then we're doing the best possible thing that we could do in this world, right? So I think that that's so cool. And she says, yes, Banbury, just down the road from me. No way. Okay. I stayed in a little tiny hotel that was right across the street from that church. So I can't remember the name of the hotel though, but I did stay there. The rooms were very tiny, you know. Here in America, we're used to these rooms that are giant, you know what I mean, that are ridiculous. They're ridiculous here. And I really enjoyed the coziness of the little room that I stayed in. Hi, Jane the Seeker. How are you? It is good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you have your coffee. Are you drinking your coffee or tea or favorite morning beverage? I haven't shaken the caffeine addiction, so like I was saying earlier, I could like just put this in on an IV going into my arm and I would be perfectly happy. But yes, it is good to see you this morning, Jane. Our shining light says, hi, Jane, I had a dream about you. We were hippies living in England. I could see that happening. I could see a few people as hippies in here. Katie, Janet, Kat. Well, pretty much everybody. We could all do that. Let's all go. Let's do it. Katie's drinking water. Yeah, I've got my water here too. I've got both. So I don't turn into, you know, Dolly the incredibly shaking woman here. And Jane is drinking lemon water. Okay, so now I feel like everyone is healthy but me. I got to get on that. And Katie says, trying to get the kidneys happy and healthy by October. Yes. Oh, look who's here. It's Sonia. Good morning, Sonia. How are you? Good morning, Dolly and everyone. I've been lurking, popping in with a quick hello. Have to get out of bed and get ready. We'll be listening, but can't chat. That's okay. Thanks for coming anyway, Sonia. You're awesome. And don't forget, you guys, tomorrow, Sonia has her show at 10:30 Central Standard Time. She's part of the Happy Morning group of people who's trying to help raise vibes and just, you know, extend positivity out to everyone, help to unify people. You know, she's one of those people. So is Katie. Terry at Holding Your Space. She does a wonderful meditation session every morning at 8:11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You know, join us if you're looking to just get in there. Jane and Gerald from Tarot Stash, they do shows together. It's usually, you guys are on it usually at 9, I think, Central Standard Time. But they've got a lot of good morning vibe positivity happening too. So let's help each other out. Let's spread this. Let's spread the light. The world needs it so bad right now, you guys, so bad. There are so many people right now. I mean, with everything, I don't like to talk about politics in the morning, but something I do want to say is there are more and more and more people who are part of the mega crowd that are leaving, and they feel just lost. They feel just lost, and they're very angry. I mean, I'm sure if you guys are sensitive, you're feeling this in the collective just as much as I am, and it's our job as light bringers and light workers. We need to be there to embrace these people and tell them we love them. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're stronger united. We're stronger united. And that might be putting your arms around somebody that you would have never thought to do that with just a few months ago. All right. But these people need us. So let us shine our light and be open-armed and compassionate. Okay? We got to do that. Got to do that. Kat says, I'm in Glenwood Springs, Colorado right now. Won't have enough money to hit the springs, but I'm thinking of taking a train trip here and spend a long weekend here in the future. That sounds amazing. I would love to do a train trip too. I've never done that. I've never been on, I've taken the train from Milwaukee to Chicago, but I've never gone cross country on a train, and I'd really like to try that. Jane is saying, I had 3 cups of coffee. It was time to stop. Oh, good. Okay. So now you're kind of detoxing, right? That's funny. Oh, I need to do that too. Katie's saying, today I love Arizona. 18 indictments of the fake electors. Yeah, that's awesome. They did not do that here in Wisconsin. They did some sort of settlement here. Everyone got a slap on the wrist. I was really mad about that, but it is what it is, right? And Jenny says, my son's doing research on the Wiccan as a way to be closer to his dad. He says he's learning a lot. Yeah, Wiccan is, there's a lot of beautiful aspects to Wiccan. I myself am not Wiccan, but I know several people who are witches. And, I dabble, not dabble. I shouldn't say that. That makes me sound like I'm playing with it. And I do not play with magic at all. But I do some rituals that incorporate some magic. So, but I'm not Wiccan. Let's see. People are saying hi and saying blessings and hello. Oh, you guys are so nice. You are so nice. So I didn't find any good news today that I wanted to share. Nothing that stood out as something that I'd want to read to you guys, but I do have something that I'd like to do. If you guys are up for it. Okay, I know it's early in the morning, but I thought we could play a little get to know each other kind of game. Oh, look at Oil Painter is here and says, good day, tribal dancers. Good day to you too. Thanks for coming. Oh, and here's Christina. Hello. Hello, Christina. Or Christine. I'm sorry, Christine. My partner's name is Christine. And forgive me, I need new glasses. My bifocals are like so messed up on these glasses. I have such a hard time reading. But anyways, so what I'm going to do, if you guys are up for it, I'm going to read you a question and you just answer it. That's the game. It's very simple. And this is to help promote community, get to know each other, that kind of thing. So we do this with no judgment. We just do this as friends. Just subscribed, didn't realize you had a channel. Oh, nice. All right. So here is the question. Are you guys ready? What's the most beautiful place you have ever seen? Now think about this. What is the most beautiful place you have ever seen? Okay. I'll let you all have a moment to type in your responses to that question. What's the most beautiful place you have ever seen? And while you're typing, I'll tell you my most beautiful place, or one of the most beautiful places. There is a place up in northern Wisconsin called Copper Falls State Park. And it has several little waterfalls in it. And it has tons of walking trails through these gorgeous, gorgeous old growth woods. And it's one of the most deeply spiritual places that I have ever been. When I walked through the trails that night, when I laid down in my tent to go to sleep and I closed my eyes, I had perfect recall of everything that I saw that day in perfect bright colors. It's so hard to explain to you what it was, but it was such a deeply spiritual, moving moment for me. So not only seeing it the first time, but seeing it the second time in my mind was like it was mind blowing. And it was just so gorgeous. Oh, hi. Oh, I'm getting a little excited here. It was so beautiful. So let's see. It could be natural or artificial, Kat. Either one. Whatever you would love to say, I'm down for it. Okay, so we've got Garden of the Gods, Colorado, all of Colorado. Yes, Colorado is gorgeous. I've been to the Garden of the Gods, and I love Estes State Park very, very, very much. It's gorgeous there. Jenny says the mountains in the wintertime. The mountains in the wintertime are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They remind me of Scotty, the winter goddess, who rides her skis through the forest and goes hunting. That's what came to mind when you said that for me. We've got Charleston, South Carolina in the spring with the dogwood trees and the azaleas. Oh, I bet that is beautiful. I bet it smells amazing too. Okay, we've got Marshall Point, Maine in Port Clyde, Maine. Marshall Point, Maine in Port Clyde, Maine. I don't know what that is. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to have to look that up. One moment. Okay, that was my hold music. Did you like that? So that was Marshall Point, Maine. Port Clyde, Maine. All right. Do you hear my bird whistling in the background? That's my bird doing that. That's Ruben. Ruben is whistling away right now because Chrissy's home. She has off today because she works tomorrow, or she works Saturday, and they're having a conversation out there. All right. Oh, Bali. Oh, that's another place I'd love to go to. Bali, super magical. Oh, and Christine says Santorini. That's another place. I've never been to Italy because Santorini is off the coast of Italy, is it not? It's like an island off the coast of Italy. I would love to go there. Jane the Seeker says Mary Magdalene's heart. Mary Magdalene's heart. Where did you see that? Where did you see that? I want to see Mary Magdalene's heart. Yeah, Mary Magdalene is like I don't delve much into Christianity, but Mary Magdalene has like a special place in my heart. I mean, you want to talk about a strong woman of faith and a woman who had to carry her own. And I believe that she was one of the apostles. I'm just saying, okay? But yeah, she's awesome. Okay, oops, hang on. Oh, why is this not? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Okay. And in second place is Mountain Ring. Oh, I bet that's neat. I'm sure Katie has seen that. Columbia River Gorge in the winter. All of the huge waterfalls are sheets of solid ice. It felt like I was in a Disney movie. Oh my gosh, I bet it did. That sounds amazing. Neat. Oh yeah. A bunch of us went hiking at the Garden of the Gods the day after the ritual. Oh yes, so beautiful there. Oh yes, Old Forest carpeted in bluebells. Yes. That is a magical feeling, is it not? We don't have bluebells here in my area. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, if you couldn't tell by my accent already. But we get crocuses in the spring. And there's a little woods over here that I like to go walking in. I haven't gone there this year yet because of my shoulder, but last year I went a few times in the spring, and the entire forest floor was carpeted with little purple crocuses. And that was a magical feeling, because they come up before anything else blooms, really. You'll start to see the buds on the trees, like where the leaves are going to pop out, but they aren't completely out yet. But the crocuses, they're just like, they're so resilient. They just like spring up and they're like, I'm here. And they're there for a little while and then they're gone. It's just like a magical moment, It's just super, super cool. So yeah, I bet that's gorgeous. Fatima loves Niagara Falls. I find that amazing. It is amazing. I forget how many gallons of water pour over the edge every single 24-hour period, but it's just a massive amount. It's like you can't even picture it. It's so much, and that the power in that, there's just a roaring power in the it's just, yes, I agree with you. Katie's saying, this is fun. I have goosebumps. All right, cool. So y'all making me think about all the other best beautiful places I've been, including my home state of Michigan. Michigan is gorgeous. It is. I love the sand dunes. Where is that by? Near Grand Rapids, I think it is. I went strawberry picking out there as a kid. And as a fun thing that we did afterwards is we went on Jeeps and we went like dune buggy through these sand dunes, and it was just, I couldn't believe the beauty in that. There were like the sand had all these different colors, based on where the light was, and all these like really resilient like grasses that were just kind of coming up out of the sand, and just like the contrast in those all those earthy colors together. Oh my gosh, it's hard to explain, but I thought that was gorgeous. But there's also there's woods, and like the Upper Peninsula in Michigan is just gorgeous. And yeah, it's a beautiful state. It is a beautiful state. Katie's saying hi to my bird. Saying hi, Ruben. Oh, yeah, he was just whistling away for a while there, you guys. Oh. All right, so let me catch up here. Kat says artificial, the summer house next to the Capitol in DC. Natural, tied between Red Rocks, Big Basin, and Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is gorgeous too. You are absolutely right. Summer house next to the Capitol in DC. That's interesting. Kat says, I think that Mary Magdalene was Jesus's wife. I do too. I am with you on that. Well, I'm glad that you guys like enjoyed this question here. Jane has to go. Thanks for stopping by, Jane. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by. I'm way behind you guys. I'm gonna just zoom ahead here, and if I miss one of your comments, I apologize. I'm just kind of reading through them quickly because I didn't realize how far behind I had gotten. Oh, what's this? Yes, Grand Rapids. I also have lived in the UP and grew up in Detroit, so camped at the dunes during those days. Grand Blanc Township now. Oh, neat. So you're across the pond from me. I'm in Wisconsin, which is also a gorgeous state. I love my state. Teresa says, the Upper Peninsula in Michigan is beautiful. I would love to go to Mackinac Island. Oh, I've been there. Mackinac Island is neat. Oh, and Robbie's here. Robbie does not think that Mary Magdalene was Jesus's wife, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. Good morning, Robbie. So, okay, that was fun. All right, so I'm on to the next question now, you guys. We got another one here. So hold on. What is the most amazing weather you've seen? What is the most amazing weather you've seen? I'll tell you what one of the most amazing weathers I saw while you guys are typing away there. I have seen, it was, let's see, would have been back in 2005, I think it was. I saw a tornado. Now, it was far enough away that I didn't have to worry about it like hitting me or where I was at the time. But I was watching it through binoculars just as it passed over a junkyard and picked up thousands of tires and just started whirling the tires around all over the place. They were just shooting off everywhere. Now, I was about 3 miles from this tornado. Okay. Wisconsin towards the lake is very flat and you can see to the horizon. Okay. And these tires were just flying all over the place. I'm 3 miles away and we had a tire land in the parking lot that I was standing in. That was crazy. So that was my most amazing weather story. Serendipitous lightning over Lake Superior during thunderstorm while living in Marquette, Michigan. Oh, I bet that was cool. Things like that I want to get pictures of, you know what I mean? Or video. Easy. The Great Storm of 1984 over San Francisco. A huge weather front swept in off the Pacific in a few hours and riddled the skyline with dozens of lightning bolts for a couple hours. Whoa! That's crazy. Wow. Neat. Katie and I were just talking about the weather this morning. I'm sure she's got an interesting story, but you know, I was kind of making fun of the fact that they've now entered in Arizona, they're entering into the hot season. So I said, all they got to do is have the weathermen record one video and they just play it every day for like months. And it's like, it's hot with a chance of hot and sunshine. But then she corrected me. She's like, no, that is not true. Okay, Katie said, last summer's monsoon, we had a wind shear that brought the hail the size of nickels. Ooh. In Arizona, that's pretty crazy. Being from the South, I've seen a lot of extreme weather, but first frost is beautiful, and I've seen many I've seen my share of hurricanes. Oh, yeah, I've never been in a hurricane. I hope I am never in a hurricane. I bet that's very, very scary. Oof. Snow thunder. Wait, hang on, Teresa. Kat said, I looked out my window and saw multiple pronged hand of lightning hit the Transamerica Pyramid, my school, and the Coil Tower simultaneously. Whoa! That's cool. That's nifty. I mean, I know it's scary, but that's cool. And thunder snow, I have seen lots of thunder snow. Thunder snow is the coolest freaking thing, right? It's so neat when that happens. I don't know if you guys can hear my bird out there. He's going, peekaboo, peekaboo. He's so cute. He was mad at us this morning. I have no idea why, but he was a big grumple lump when I took his cover off of him this morning. Snow thunder in Asheville, North Carolina. Ooh. Have you ever gone to the Biltmore, Christine? I've been to the Biltmore. What a crazy. I mean, it's gorgeous that they have this atrium. I don't know how to explain it. Atrium, greenhouse, but there's a room that's like bigger than my house, all right, and twice as tall as my house, that is filled with all different kinds of palm trees and tropical plants. And I'm like, that's my goal in life. I can have a house. I can live in a tiny house. All right. I'll live in a little tiny house, but I want a giant atrium filled with plants. I love plants. You could see, like, I have all my plants and my turtle. I have tons of plants and stuff in here. I love plants, and plants give such a crazy and great energy to your house. I highly recommend that everybody get some kind of plant. Even if you get a cactus, get some kind of plant in your house, because plants really bring a lot of positivity into your house. It's like they suck the negativity right out of the air. So, yeah. I've seen lightning like that, Cat Shepherd. I have too, over Lake Michigan. Katie says, let's talk plants. Oh, Sonia says, I have had my fair share of earthquakes, but my craziest experience was the 93 ice storm in upstate New York. It was dangerously beautiful, everything covered in ice. Ice storms, I know exactly what you're saying, Sonia, because occasionally we get some ice storms here, and everything, all the trees look like they're covered. Everything sparkles, and you can't get your cars open because they're covered in ice, right? But you've got ice hanging off of everything, and it looks like a crystal, magical Disney movie moment, until you have to start dealing with it, and then you're just like, why? But yes, that's gorgeous. Okay. Oh, yes. Plants clean the air and growth and blessings. Yes. 100%. Ice storms are beautiful, but hellish to navigate. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. We had the last really, really, really bad ice storm happened while I was still in college. So it had to have been like 1989. Where there was 5 inches of ice over everything. Trees were falling down, roofs were caving in, all kinds of terrible stuff was happening. And I worked at a low power TV station in downtown Milwaukee, Channel 8, and I got stuck there. I had to sleep for 3 days in the hotel because the TV station was in a hotel. I had to stay there for 3 days because I couldn't get home. I had no way to get home. I couldn't get into my car. The roads were all closed. Schools were all closed. Everything was closed down because we couldn't do anything about the ice. So I got stuck there. It was crazy. Or maybe it was like 2 days. I think it was more like 2 days. Katie says plants remove pain too. Yeah, all kinds of good reasons to have plants, you guys. Plants are amazing. And I know not everybody is a plant person. Not everybody has like a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb. But I am lucky because I have friends who have massively giant green thumbs, like Katie, who I can like reach out to and say, hey, I'm having this issue. What should I do? About this plant. And of course, the internet is filled with all kinds of wonderful stuff too. But I'd rather talk to a person that I trust when it comes to the plants because, anybody can type something in on the internet and call themselves an expert, right? But you know what an expert is. An X is a has-been, and a spurt, well, that was, your daddy's dream. I shouldn't have said that. Electrical lines, too, went out because the ice was too heavy. We had no electricity for almost 2 weeks and had to use our fireplace. Wow. Yeah. That is some dangerous stuff right there. They close everything in South Mississippi when we get wicked weather. Oh, I bet they do. Yeah, I have family in North Carolina, and every now and then they'll get like maybe an inch of snow or a half inch of snow. And everybody goes and buys all the bread. They buy all the bottled water. You can't get peanut butter, no toilet paper. That's funny. I did the same thing. I charged my car to 100% because we didn't know how long it would last. And I tucked in and slept with the cats. Yeah, I bet you did. I have to get the dogs for a walk, so I have to go into lurking mode. This is great fun. Well, thank you so much for being here and like joining our little group chat today. I really appreciate that. And you know what I should do, guys? It's 10:50, so I would like to read you guys a card of the day, and we'll do this again, you guys. We'll do this little. You guys like this question game? Because I have a whole big box full of questions that we can go through. This helps us get to know each other and just talk about our lives and things that, share great information like this, right? Where we're talking to each other. So I really enjoyed doing this. I hope you guys did too. Oh, hey, Karen, how are you? Thanks for popping in to say hi. I'm always happy to see you, my friend. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, so you guys did like this. All right, so we will do this again. We will definitely do this again. But now I would like to read you a card for the day, and this is for everybody. And I'm going to be using the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle card today by Pippa Best. And I'm choosing. I was feeling like I told you guys, I was feeling a lot in the collective today. So I decided to go with this deck because this is water and emotions go hand in hand, right? So I wanted to pick a deck that had an emotional feel to it and a watery feel to it, I mean, we are almost complete water. Our earth is almost completely covered in water. Water is life. And we're always talking about being in the flow, right? So I thought this would be a good deck today. So I'm going to do a card here. All right, angels protect us. Spirits of the land in my home, the land Vatir and the Hus Vatir surround us. And ancestors, give us wisdom today. What do you want us to know today, Spirit? For the collective, what is your message for us today? Please and thank you, and I love you. All right, I feel this. I'm feeling this. Our card is expansive. Expansive. So this is all this picture is like waves coming in. Waves that are like coming in from different directions, but touching each other and coming to the shore. Expansive. May you connect to the whole, is what it says on the bottom. May you connect to the whole. And this kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier about something that I'm feeling in the connective is this desire, the strong desire to reunite. But there's a battle going on between this strong desire to heal and reunite and this battle of the ego that is also saying, I'm not ready to admit that I was wrong. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to ask you all to be incredibly compassionate for the next couple of weeks. And believe me, there's going to be times where you're going to want to not be compassionate, especially with what's going on right now. It might be easy to, good morning, Jess. How are you? Blessings to you, my friend. It is always good to see you. Right now, it's going to be easy to celebrate the things that we feel are winnings, right? But you have to remember that in celebrating that, there's also people out there who are not winning. And I want to show some compassion to these people because they're feeling very lost. They're feeling very disconnected. They're very unsure about what they're going to do in the future here. And I feel like there's a strong sense of hopelessness there. And that makes me very sad. That makes me very sad. And so I'm going to ask you guys to do something that's really hard, random acts of kindness, compassion, just show that you care, show that you're open-armed, show that you are wanting to unite just as much, and talk about the things that we all have in common, right? We all want strong families. We all want to have our health. We all want to have affordable health care. We all want to be able to have enough money that we can maybe put some aside and not have to live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, there's so many things that we have in common. In fact, I think we have more in common than we don't have in common. But we've just become so full of hate and rage and frustration and discouragement. We have to be the bigger people who step up and bring the light and show, hey, we can make this a better world. We can do this together. So that's my message from Spirit today, you guys. Be kind as you can. We can do it together. Now I'm not saying stand on the corner with a sign around your head that says free hugs. That might be asking for something that you don't want. But just be open and armed open to people and try to react with kindness and compassion instead of rage and sticking it to them and celebrating their failures. Don't go into that energy. That's a dark energy. You don't want to go there. And Spirit is making that very clear to me. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to end this just a little bit early. I'm feeling a little weird and lightheaded, so I want to go get some food in me. But listen, Katie ends this like exactly with what I was trying to say. Time to reach out with love and compassion to all. It raises all of our vibrations. Yes, very well said, my friend, my sweet sister. So I just want to thank you all for being here today. I love you guys so much. You guys are my family, and I love this little community that we're building here. Remember, Sonia, you are live tomorrow, correct, at 10:30? So I hope to see y'all there. Terry at Holding Your Space, Terry at Holding Space she does a show every morning at 8:11 in the morning. She does meditation. I know a lot of you guys are in there already, but please stop by. That's a beautiful group. I was talking to Juno Sphere this morning, and it sounds like she might start doing a Wednesday show, which means we'll have Katie on Monday, me on Tuesday, Juno on Wednesday, me on Thursday, or I'll give it to somebody else if somebody else wants to do it too. And Sonia on Friday, and then we have weekend stuff. So yes, okay, Sonia's put her time in there. Let me just bring that up here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that for me, Sonia. But Sonia's got a beautiful, beautiful show too. So does Katie. So let's help each other out. Let's keep raising the vibes. Let's keep talking to one another. Let's find our common ground and let's grow together spiritually. Okay. I love you guys. I will have a video on Sunday for our weekly reading, and I will have a reading tomorrow up as well for a weekend spiritual forecast. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Mwah! Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. All right. Bye-bye.